Afternoon, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my last video of 2020, so let's jump straight in. So yeah, this is going to be my last video of 2020. If you've been around since the beginning of the year, you'll know that throughout this year I was doing month reviews and I was reviewing the month and I was looking at my top 3 photos, my top 3 photos I found on Instagram and my top feed I found on Instagram throughout that month. And they're meant to be sort of like a shout out to the community and share some creators that I'm enjoying their work of at the moment. And I really enjoyed making them videos for a while, and then it got to a point where it started to feel like almost a bit of a chore to make them videos, and I didn't want to make them anymore, so I just stopped. But we're going to go back to that format for this last video of 2020 in a slightly different categories, I guess. But just look back on the year in a bit of a positive vibe, because there's enough negativity in 2020 at the moment, and we all know that. So this is going to be a bit of a positive look back on the year. I also don't want this to come across as me bragging or boasting or anything like that, because it's more for me to look back on and think that's what I've accomplished in 2020, and yeah, a little bit for me to look back on. So let's just jump in. Okay, so the 4 things we're going to talk about in this video are my 3 favourite videos that I've made this year, my 3 most performing videos I've made this year, for my top 3 new creators that I've followed this year. I think we have more than 3. And my favourite photo that I've taken in 2020. So it's, yeah, as I said, I don't want this to be like braggy or boasty, but it is kind of about me. But as I say, this is for me. This video is for me to look back on and see how 2020 was. So, okay, so my 3 favourite videos that I've made and put on this YouTube channel this year are the Jurassic Coast, I always go to say Jurassic Park, the Jurassic Coast road trip vlog, the Travel Local short film that I made, sort of August, I think I released that, and the Ace Cafe motorbike meetup, which I've called like Absolute Carnage or something like that, because I'm really happy with the cinematic thing in that. So the Jurassic Coast road trip, I love that video because that's the sort of vlogs that I want to be making. 2020 has massively stopped me doing that, but they're the sort of vlogs I want to make. I want to make vlogs of us going out exploring and having fun and like road tripping and taking photos along the way and just stuff like that. It was great fun, and it was the first, I think I've really made 2 of them vlogs this year, and that was the Jurassic Coast one and the Dover trip. And the Jurassic Coast one, it was just the first one I made, and it just felt good, and I was like, when I was editing it, I was like, this is the vlogs I want to be making, this is the content I want to make more of. It was just great, and I love the photos I got in that road trip. So yeah, it's great memories, so that's one of my favourite videos. Second one is the Travel Local one, because that was my first, it wasn't my first short film, I don't think. My first short film? So that wasn't my first short film, but I was really proud of that, and that's stemming from the original idea that I had for it to stemming to how it actually created and uploaded. I still love that concept, and everything I said in that video is true, and I still love the concept of it. And the Ace Cafe one, because the cinematic sequence I made of the absolute carnage that was Ace Cafe, just loved it. Genuinely loved that video. I think it was just sick. Again, type of vlog I want to be making. 2020 prohibited that a lot, but there was that brief period for about a month where we could actually sort of get some normality in and do stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully more next year. So they're my 3 favourite videos that I made. The 3 videos that you guys seem to have enjoyed the most, purely going by the views of which of my videos got the most views in 2020. The absolute top one was the best travel bag video, which was about my review on the Wandered Provoked 31 litre, which I've actually considered re-filming. Sort of looking back on that video, I'm like, I could have made this so much better, like now, but yeah, that's also why I started YouTube. Like I started YouTube because I wanted to get better at making videos, and the fact that I'm looking back on my first few videos, like I could do that so much better, is such a good sign for me, because that's literally why I've started doing YouTube. The second most viewed video for me this year was the why you shouldn't buy the DJI RS2. That got a bit of controversy on it, I'm not gonna lie. The comment section weren't very happy with me for that, but I meant what I said in it. Like, not everyone needs a gimbal, and the comments I was getting back from that video were very much like, just buy the gimbal, it's cheap. But it's like, I'm not gonna go into it. Just go watch the video if you haven't seen it, and you'll understand my sort of viewpoint on that. Because I absolutely love gimbals. I love my I love my Rona SC. I love gimbals. I think they're amazing. But I still stand by what I said in that video. But yeah, that got the most views, but also the most controversy. And the third one was the Ace Cafe video, because it was just absolute carnage. I also think a lot of my views from that came from the riders that were there, because it got shared in the community a little bit. But it was just I got so much great feedback from that video, from both the photos and the video itself, people loved it. I loved it. It was so much fun. It was so much fun to make, and just the edit. Just love that video. So yeah, they're the top 3 videos that, per view-wise, top 3 videos on my channel. Okay, so shouting out some of my favorite creators. I tried to write down 3 of my top, like the first 3 creators that came into my head that I'm like found this year, and I just got the list kept going and going, and like I've found so many new creators for YouTube this year. I think partly because I started YouTube myself, I started actually looking for other creators to follow and to watch and to become part of their community, because I watch more YouTube than I watch TV or Netflix. Like I watch so much YouTube, just even if I just have it on in the background. That's how I found out, and that's how I found North Borders and Seventh Era and Hayden Pedersen, was by watching their videos, like their POV street photography videos, while I was working and stuff. And like, they're not on this list because I actually found them 2019, but those guys, they're just sick. But yeah, so in no particular order, I'm not going to talk about each creator or why I like them. So in no particular order, these are just a load of creators that I followed this year that I think you should definitely be checking out because their channels are just great. So going in alphabetical order, because I'm scrolling through my list of creators I follow, we have people. These are just purely people that I found this year, because I have also been following a lot of people for years before. But we're going to go in with Cash College, CK Creative, Mike Chudley, Mike Visuals, Peter Lindgren, Sam Newton, That Icelandic Guy, Creative Ryan, Eric Floberg, It's Johnny Keeley, Jake Few, Luca Epiphany, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, I'm sorry if I'm not, Ryan Cowell, and Tyler Babin. As I say, no particular order, but these are a whole lot of creators that I have found in 2020, and I absolutely love their channels, personally. I think they're making insane content, and you should definitely go check all of these guys out. All will be linked in the description below. But yeah. And last one is the favourite photo of 2020. Now this was a really hard one for me to decide, because I've actually taken a lot of, in my opinion, great work this year, and there's a lot of photos I'm proud of. But absolute favourite photo, the one I kept coming back to when I was trying to think of what's my favourite photo, is this one. From the Jurassic Coast road trip, the St. Michael's Mount. I love this little sun flare that's coming into the frame, and just the memories behind this shot, the landscape itself, just the photo. I love everything about this. It generally is my favourite photo I've taken this year. Close second is actually my most liked photo on Instagram this year, which is this one from Beachy Head Lighthouse down in Eastbourne. Yeah, I also freaking love this shot. But yeah, the St. Michael's Mount one is my favourite shot of 2020. And I feel I'm saying it with confidence, which is good. If I'd said that out loud and was like, then I'd probably need to reevaluate that. But yeah, that is my favourite shot of 2020. If you made it this far through the video, I just want to say thank you very much for sticking around and watching. Cover a quick little thing. I had the goal, I wanted to hit 100 subscribers by the end of 2020. And at current recording, we have got 125 subscribers, which is mind-blowing, because I started the year with 13 subscribers, and they were, I don't even know who or what they were, but because as I say, I hadn't been posting anything consistently or anything. It had just been the odd video now and then, so I think they must have just kind of picked up along the way. But that's an increase of 112. So that's 112 additional people this year have found my channel and subscribed to it and have watched my content and liked and commented and the whole lot. Like, thank you. Basically, I wanted to hit 100, not for the number, just as like a goal. I was like, I want to put in the work to be able to hit 100 subscribers. And I know that is not a lot compared to depending on who you compare it to, that's not a lot. But that can be, you can set it with anything. But for me, that's a lot of people. Like, if you've got 125 people in my room, that's a lot of people. I couldn't stand up on stage and talk to 125 people. Like, that's a lot of people. And I just want to say thank you to all of you that have subscribed, to all of you that watch my videos, to all of you that you like, to all of you that comment. Thank you. Thank you. This is I genuinely find it so much fun to make YouTube videos, and that's why I do it. I don't make any money from YouTube or anything like that. There's no incentive for me to make YouTube videos other than the fact that I enjoy making YouTube videos. So the fact that you enjoy watching them enough that you've subscribed means the world to me. So Thank you very much. That is all for this video. I hope you have all had as great of a 2020 as you can because of everything that has happened this year. It has been a nightmare. Stay safe. Obviously, COVID doesn't expire on December 31st. It's still going to be a thing, but hopefully next year we've got brighter and better things to keep going and look forward to, and we can start to get back to some sort of normality. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. I'm rambling on now. So thank you again for subscribing. Thank you for an awesome year on YouTube. And yeah, stay safe. Don't forget to take the shot. Peace.